Okay, we're getting close now. 3,998, 3,999, 3,998, 3,997, 4,000. Yes, we did it. GB1, King 9. Right. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Things are a lot different around here than when we started. A lot of friends gone, but a lot of cool projects made. It's amazing how time can really fly, especially when it started really with just this little guy here. You know, building the Normandy was the difference between me really being here and not. It's funny when you look at something like this, a couple pieces of metal attached together. And when I was building this the first time, I mean, really, I had no idea what I was doing. It's funny to me because when I was walking into the store and I was looking around, I didn't expect to find anything that I would actually like. It was just kind of sitting there on a register and just beside the register, believe it or not. And I was like, I love Mass Effect. Mass Effect is one of my favorite series of all time. And I played that game countless times, especially Mass Effect 2. And the Normandy is one of my favorite ships, if not the favorite ship of mine. It's just so amazing and what you could do traveling around space and having a crew that just was amazing. It was a good escape. There was just something about it. I couldn't really explain why. I just had to get it. And I thought, it might be too hard to build. I'm not very skilled or talented in kind of doing small details. So, it might be really fumbly, but I'll give it a go. I mean, it's the Normandy. I got to give it a try. And, I took it home and I found some tools laying around my house and I slowly began to build it. And I struggled. I struggled very hard. I believe it or not, it was not easy because I had never built anything like this before, and the parts and pieces that I had to do were just so foreign to me. And as I took my time, I definitely broke a few pieces. If you look at the top of this Normandy here, you can see that the entirety of the back here is kind of all messed up, and that's because I broke so many pieces. And I didn't know that Metal Earth would replace them at the time, so I just kept firing on. And throughout building this entire thing, I found a piece that I didn't know I had before. And I really was happy with what I built. I was very excited about what I had built. So I went online and tried to find somewhere where I could find a community. And I ended up running across this Reddit community. And this Reddit community that was there was super supportive. These guys were awesome. Like seriously, you post a picture in there and everyone's like, "Yo man, good job." And it's nothing, no one's asking your personal business. They're just looking at the models that you're building and they're saying, "Man, that's cool. That's really awesome." And I just immediately got taken away by the people that were there. Brother Out One, Travis Cat, Metal Model Builder. There was so many different people that were there that were so supportive in the early stages of building these 3D metal models. And once I really started talking with people in there, I started going hard on building these. And it got to a point where I think it was Brother Al One, and I might be wrong on this, but he said, I could really use help with building and for building suggestions if anyone has any. And it was this comment that he made. And the thing is about Brother Al One, he's built thousands of models. This guy is insanely awesome at what he does. And honestly, if I ever meet this guy, I'm going to shake his hand just because the amount of stuff this guy has built is just crazy. He didn't need more help necessarily, but he just wanted to engage in the community and be a friendly figure. And I took that and I said, you know what, man, I've built only about 20 of these at the time, but I would love to be able to give you some pointers. And he kindly took them. And it was funny because from there, I felt like, I've been wanting to create this show that was like a mixture of Art Attack and Blues Clues and, a whole bunch of other things together. And maybe this is how I do it. And so from the first metal model to creating my first video online, I had a plan, an intention to make this and do this. And ever since, I've been rewarded with a really awesome community that has talked to me all the time. I mean, I get about 10 to 20 messages every 2 days with regards to metal models and how to fix various different things. And I love answering all of those back as quickly as I can. And to be able to have that community and to be able to help so many people has been a real drive in keeping me here. My videos don't get a lot of views. Like that's just the reality of it. Some of my videos have 400, 600 views, and that could be me. It really could be. I think that sometimes the way that I make my content is a little bit too young, and that's mainly because growing up, I am most of my experience doing this kind of stuff is with younger children, doing like kids programs and stuff. So a lot of that is that. And it's kind of hard to shake that, to believe it or not, especially to get in front of camera and do these things. It's hard to shake that stuff. I was a manager of the Great Wolf Lodge in Niagara Falls for a period of time. We won tons of awards for in our engagement with children, and I loved seeing families light up and enjoy themselves, especially when they've had such a ridiculous hard time before. Like everyone knows that going on vacation can be such a pain in the butt, but you see it. And it's especially in the time that I was there, people were stressed and they're way more stressed out now than ever. But back then they were stressed. And to have them come into my awesome resort and just have a great time and see genuine excitement and genuine happiness, guys, that is the fruit of life in so many ways, and that empowers people in so many ways. And so I wanted to take that time period that I had such an amazing time, and I wanted to emanate that here on the show. And when I made Groove Builders originally, I was such in a dark place. I was in a really bad place personally. And when I first started, I was only getting like 5 views, 20 views on a video. And the person I was with at the time was like, why are you wasting your time on this? Why are you doing this? And they didn't get it. And I don't expect a lot of people to get it. Even now, people look at my videos, they're like, "Yo, man, you only get like 400 views. Why are you wasting 2 weeks of your life editing on a tablet in the middle of nowhere when you could be making money doing something completely different kind of content?" The reality of it is that I love this. This feels right to me. When I'm here and I'm recording and I'm doing these videos, these feel right to me. So I will never abandon that because it's what I want to do. It's what gives me the pleasure of waking up in the morning. I think about what I'm going to be building next and what kind of cool things and conversations I'm going to be speaking with. This time machine has taken me places that I never thought I would go and has introduced me to people that I would never imagine a million years meeting, especially a lot of you out there. Meeting this community has been so awesome. The wide range of people that we have here is just so crazy to me. And it's amazing to be able to speak to somebody, who's a space engineer, and the next week speak to somebody who's working in a restaurant. It's incredible to me to see the wide diversity of what we have here. And I revel in the diversity that we have, guys. I truly, truly do. I've learned a lot since being on this show. I've learned about, sales. I actually went to school for business, believe it or not. And it's funny because I'm so concentrated on the construction side of my life and so concentrated on the family aspect. Sometimes I'm not able to put the proper attention to my business the way I should. And I need to do better about that. And that's something that I promised to you guys at 4,000 subscribers. I promised to you guys to do way better about. I really want to take Groove Builders to the next step. And I want to be able to help as many people as possible create awesome things. And I want those people that normally look at something and they say, oh, I can't do it. Like that's a big problem with these metal models is that people look at them and they go, oh man, that's way too complicated. I can't do it. You can. And the people that are brave enough to try out this hobby are often quickly addicted to it just because of how much fun they really truly have. But it's not just 3D metal models, guys. It's everything. It's the Lego, it's the clay, it's the painting, it's the digital painting. All these things, people tell everybody that you can't do it. And those people that tell you you can't do it are some of the worst people on the planet. Anything you want to do, some of the best painters, some of the best designers, some of the best artists never picked up a pencil, never picked up a piece of clay, never picked up a paintbrush because they were told they couldn't do it. And the last thing, if it's the last thing I do here on Groove Builders, I will try to take that and try to throw it in the garbage. I will travel through space and time to try to get those people to go away because you can do so many cool things and you are so talented. Like the cool things that you can do, oh man, like you really got to give it a go. And I mean it. Just give it a go. Next time you see something, no matter how stupid it is, like seriously, if it's needle felt, pick it up, do it. I want you to try something new that you've never tried before. And you might find what I found in 3D metal models. And if you find that, the world can't stop you. Thank you guys so much for helping me reach 4,000 subscribers and believing in me and liking the videos and participating in everything that we do. I really do appreciate it. And if I could, I would give you a big old hug, but I can't do that. We have some awesome projects coming out in the future, guys, and I can't wait to share them with you. We got so many different things and so many places to travel to, and to have you there, it's just awesome. So thank you guys so much again for helping me reach 4,000. And until next time, keep building.